first, let's meet Bobby Taylor.
I did go to UT Law School. I started there, I believe it would have been 1969. And I was one of probably 7 to 8 black new law students entering the law school. I did my time there, left UT Law School. I went straight to legal aid. When I left law school, I applied for a couple of jobs and found out the district attorney's office in Dallas didn't want me, and found out that there were certain things about the district attorneys and county attorneys in office in Austin that didn't want me, so I went to legal aid for about 3 years. And from legal aid, I went straight into private practice, and I've been in Austin practicing law privately since about 1975. My first office was on Martin Luther King, and that was back in 75. And here it is, 2023, and I'm still on Martin Luther King. When I left legal aid, we had a lawsuit filed because the jail was in bad shape. And the county commissioners, and at that time, T.O. Lang was the actual sheriff, but Raymond Frank had just been elected. And Raymond Frank was complaining about the conditions as the incoming sheriff. We actually filed it December 1972. I graduated from law school in 1972, so I went straight into a lawsuit that was in federal court. And since I wasn't licensed in federal court, I had to get other lawyers in other cities and other lawyers around the state to assist me in doing what needed to be done. But we filed the lawsuit suing the Travis County Jail, and that lawsuit lasted 19 years. It literally closed down the jail that was on the top of the courthouse. It closed down and changed conditions, and I'm happy to say it resulted in the Del Valley facility being opened, and we were in a position where we were able to monitor the inmates, monitor the conditions, monitor the things that were needed, that was court ordered. I had to find a way of supporting myself, because in federal court, until the case is over, you generally won't get paid. And I had a general practice. Initially, I practiced, if anybody came in the door and had $50 to $75, then I could be hired for most occasions. I can limit what I do to primarily civil rights, and I have federal court cases, I have state cases, and I do a criminal practice, which basically is how I pay to be able to practice law in the civil rights area, because civil rights is not necessarily a lucrative area. One of the things that's most interesting to me is I grew up at a time when in my family we had the black and white screen TVs way back in those days. And I'll never forget watching on TV the dogs attacking individuals with law enforcement officers behind them. And I've been many a place where I, because of my skin, was not allowed to be and was not allowed to be serviced. But in seeing that, I thought things were moving forward and changing. But I am now, after practicing law as long as I have, still seeing some situations that remind me very much of what was going on then. And I see lawyers every day fighting the system, fighting particular kinds of issues. And it's amazing to me, it wasn't too many years ago, the Supreme Court of the United States said abortions are okay. And yet, a week, 2 weeks ago, the Supreme Court said, no, it's illegal. And I know that a few days ago, the news thing was about people marrying the same sex. To me, we're backsliding. So any lawyer who has any desire to make things better should look at where we are, and you will realize civil rights is going to always be here. It wasn't just the black, Hispanic versus white. It's been problems that exist, and it's been the fact that a lot of things are not right. And so if you are, as a lawyer, trying to figure out where to go, civil rights is going to affect you. My family has been behind me, with me, and leading me all of my life, all of my adult life. My immediate family, my kids, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, everybody has been there. My family has experienced having family members who had problems with the law. I've experienced family members who went to jail. And so we see what the system's all about. So the family support is material. It's great. You say I've been here. I've slept here. I've stayed here, because once you get into something and you become dedicated, sometimes you don't just shut down at 5 o'clock and leave and go home. So yes, having the loved ones and the family members and the children to be there to support you makes it easier to do what you have to do. It makes me feel wonderful. I'm on the east side, and I've been on the east side. I've been on Martin Luther King. I've been within 2 miles of where I am now for the last approximately 40 years. I get calls all times of the day and night from people who have problems that are in the civil rights area. And so I guess I get a good feeling knowing I'm helping people. And sometimes helping is advising them that what they think is their civil rights, or what they think is a $1 million lawsuit, is a waste of time, and they're not going to get my involvement or any other attorney's involvement. So I get the satisfaction of knowing that I am doing good. And that's not only when you win a case. Sometimes just letting people say what they need to say, letting people speak their piece, letting people get what's on their heart and on their mind out and get it before somebody who can advise them is gratifying. And I get as much gratification from dealing with people, helping them, speaking to family, as I do from the victories that I get when I do get victories or settlements that help my people.